Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Farmer Big Z, and welcome back to episode 41 of my challenge series on Mars the Mission. Today we start in November, selling eggs. And let's see, how much did we get? 142 plus 18, so we're looking at $160,000 worth from, I think that was about 53,000 liters of eggs, if I'm not mistaken. But this is where we are. Now, last episode, we were quite busy. We covered 3 months, August, September, and October, starting with collecting some potatoes off of the lower cube there, off of one of our fields. That gave us enough to get to our 1 million liter thresholds. So we now have 2 mission crop, potatoes and sugarcane, that are complete. After that, we ran over into September and we mowed some grass, turning that into silage and hay for our... Why am I bringing this back in here? Let's go over to the... What sells next, actually? Next thing for sale is going to be... Where am I looking? It's either between honey in March, probably not, and wool in May. Okay, so honey in March it is. But yes, after we mowed 3 of our grass fields, turning them into hay and silage, we then completely reset those fields. And we went around and we rolled, limed, fertilized them. So they are good to go. And they should be on level 2 now, because they grew maybe even level 3. Because September is when we mowed them. That would have, and then we reset them. Either way, 2 or 3. So that is how September went. We then got into October. Let me disconnect those. Yeah. We then got into October, and that's where we had our long and slow harvest of sunflowers. We harvested roughly 195,000 liters of sunflowers off of the upper middle strips. And then the, what field was that? The upper cube, if I'm not mistaken. So it was pretty good. Now, we're gonna run over. During this month, we were taking care of some things. We filled up the BGA with both slurry and manure, and we are currently waiting on that to finish. So I'm gonna go check on that. We also made sure that our cows were topped up on hay and silage. We went around and we put as much milk as we could into our new dairy, and then we just got ready and topped some things off for our sugarcane harvest coming up shortly. Now I gotta make sure that this bin is clean. Still have 44, hopefully that fits. 4,400 liters. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until this is done. I'm going to wash out this manure bin, get it ready for sugarcane, and I'll meet up with you once I'm about to start harvesting sugarcane. Okay, and we are ready to start harvesting our second round of sugarcanes. Now I'm imagining that this will give me, once again, another 1 million liters of harvest, but I don't know if I'll be able to put all of that into our brand new sugar mill. I do believe our sugar mill quantities are pretty high, but I just don't know if they're that high, so we're gonna have to wait and see, do a little bit of testing. Worst case scenario, we'll just deliver whatever doesn't fit into the colony food storage area, and we'll just move them on over separately at a later point. Now, something to keep in mind if you are harvesting sugarcane with this harvester is that this harvester is kind of interesting where you might end up wasting a little bit of sugarcane. I'll do a little demonstration and I'll explain to you what I mean. So as we finish harvesting, we can tell that our harvester is now full, but I'm still collecting, and every so often you can see me shooting out just a little bit behind me. So as I fold these things in and try not to crush our beloved crop, I will then, by time I re-extend my pipe, have some more product in the chute. So I'll unload and I'll show you what I mean. After that, I'll also show you what it's like when I don't properly take care of this and how much potential sugarcane might be lost in this process. So now that the bin is empty, I'm just going to swing around, get back towards my field, and I can pipe out, and you'll see that whatever was not shot out is now shooting out. So there was a little more than 2,300 liters in there, but since there was a little bit of, I don't want to say messing around, but since there was just a little bit of product wasted, it's not fully there. Now I'll do another headland up and down and I'll show you what I mean. Now I do 4 headlands per side if my memory serves me correctly. So I can skip row number 1, jump back over here. Let's dig into this lane. This harvester is great, but his turning radius is not that great. So I am going to kind of do an offset just to make sure that I don't end up turning too tight and messing up this turn radius. Now, since I know my bin is going to be full before I get to the end of this lane, what I'll do is I will scoot back over to the lane to my left once I get to that other field side, and we'll be back doing good stuff. Okay, so as I turn, my pipe stays perfectly aligned with my bin, and we are back on the road. Okay, so we're now going to rapidly approach 37,500 liters of sugarcane in this bin. I'll harvest for about maybe 5 more seconds, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before I stop and turn it off. Now, as I turn, you'll see a whole ton of product. Look at all that. Just shooting by the wayside, and then it stops. Now, I can even just leave that up because it's not really going to make any difference, but just to keep things the same, I will close it. And then you'll see when I go to extend my pipe once again that it is not giving me any excess because the excess was already shot out. So if you are using this mod, just be careful with that. And I don't know exactly why that's happening or what the issue is, but do be careful in terms of how you finish once you are full. Okay. Oof. Okay, so I can now re-extend my pipe, and you can see nothing is shooting out. So once again, nothing too crazy, but just something to be a little bit mindful of when you are using this. I don't know if it's the header or the pipe, but either way, just be careful of it. So I'm gonna finish up doing my headlands, 4 on each side, and then I will get to the ups and downs, and I'll join up with you all afterwards once this is all done and my sugarcane harvest is complete. Hopefully, once again, we can put all 1 million liters of sugarcane into the sugar mill, but I'll let you guys know how that turned out. And I lifted just a little bit too early. But yeah, I'll let you guys know all how it goes. Sit back, hand tight, and I shall return. Okay, and we are all done with harvesting our sugarcane. Now, I am heading over this direction, and opposite to how I was doing it last time. That means that this sugar mill is full. It was able to hold 720,000 liters. And now we'll swing on over and we'll see how much above 1 million we have. We'll do some quick math, unfortunately. And we will see what our new total off that field is. It doesn't truly matter, but let's take a little look. So, sugar cane is now sitting at an additional 332,000 plus the 18 that I have here, bringing this here in the tank to 350,000 liters of sugarcane, roughly. Now, if we add that 350 to, let me just dump this. Where did my trigger, did I pass the trigger already? Why is that not? Was it my pipe that was open? Or maybe I'm just terribly misaligned. Okay, let's see if I can back this in. There we go. Okay, so yes, if we add that 350 to the 720 over there, that means we collected 1,080,000. Yeah. 70. 1,070,000. 1,070,000 liters. So a little bit more maybe than we collected the first time. But overall, still really good. Now I'm going to swing on over to the sugar mill and get that fired up. And we'll start to see how much sugar we are actually making. Now, sugar is always going to be, or it was a slow process, and it's still going to be a pretty slow process. But at least we're working and making sugar twice as fast as we were before. Okay, let's see. There we go. 720,000 liters. Let's start the sugar. And we'll just wait on that. Now, it got darker sooner than I was expecting it to, so I'm not going to be able to do what I was hoping to do in this month. It's just too dark, and although I could, I'm not going to. What I will do is I will rinse down this bin. I don't need to rinse down this bin. I'm just going to go load it with wheat. Load it with wheat and feed the chickens. I'll then repair the sugarcane harvester and set this away. Similar to the potato harvester, we are no longer going to need this machine, so I'll put it away for good, and I will jump back when we are in the next month for something new. Hang tight, I'll be back. Okay, and we are back in December. Now, although it is already past 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we have been pretty productive this month. With the help of Marty, we've gone around and stone picked and limed all of our fields. So everything is ready, reset, and good to go for the month of March, where we'll start planting some new seeds once again. Now, what do we have left to do this year? So, I do believe our challenge is coming along quite well. We may finish up, realistically and truthfully, I think we'll be done by year 11. The harvest of year 11, we should be done. Maybe even year 10. But realistically, based on us starting to plant in year 9 and then harvest in year 9, I don't think we'll be that close. But we are rounding the end of this challenge. So what do we have to get done this month? I'm gonna go ahead and finally start planting some trees. I went ahead and I purchased almost 2, but 1 new thing and then some supplies for that thing. So you can see here, let me jump out and explain what it is. We have a tiny Demco PL10. Yeah, it can hold 1 box, and I've loaded that with another mod that holds 120 trees, if I'm not mistaken. So that means that this box here, plus the other 8, because it was 9 in total, plus the other 8 boxes we have on our trailer, mean, what am I doing? That means that we have 1,080 trees at our disposal. I've also gone around and I've sprayed down a new ground texture, and this is where I'm going to plant as many trees as I can. Now, I've never planted trees like this before. Oh, that is not what I expected. Okay. I did not expect it to shoot out to the left, but it hasn't, that's fine. So, I am going to be going around and trying to fit 1,000 trees in this area. If it gets full, what I'll end up doing is I'll start zigzagging my way through the old area, and then once again, if I still need some room, I'll come back and I'll zigzag my way through this new area as well. Hopefully we can get 1,000 trees in this new combined area, and it's not too much of a hassle. Okay, so let's talk about a new, what should I call it? A new situation with our pig food factory. So, I have decided to pull all of our crop out of the pig food factory. That means 75,000 liters of potatoes, 70 liters of canola, corn, and wheat have all been pulled out of our pig food factory. The only thing we left in there is roughly 25,000 liters of pig food itself, and that should be enough to stretch us for a good next little bit. I have also gone along and I've purchased some new things. I was looking at some sales and I found myself a new bin, a new trailer. So I went ahead and I purchased that. I don't quite remember how big it was, but it's definitely bigger than the bin that Marty uses to help me harvest. And I'll throw a video up about what it looks like exactly now. I also went around and I grabbed 80,000 liters of pig food. It was $900 per 1,000 liters, and simply put, it cost me less than $80,000. I'll throw the number up on screen for you as well. I'm gonna ballpark maybe somewhere in the 75,000 range. And with the amount of money that we have, with the amount of money that we're gonna be making, I'm not concerned about spending $75,000 worth on pig food. It should last a long time, and if it doesn't, truthfully, I will just go along and I'll buy some more. I really do want to focus on getting the mission crops complete, and using 70,000 liters worth of canola. Well, once again, canola is not a mission crop, but using 70 liters of wheat and corn just isn't sitting right with me. So I decided to just pull it out, throw that back into our colony food storage area, and then just buy food for the pigs as needed. Okay, I want to get along a straight edge so I can quickly show you guys what our new crop totals are sitting at. We're not moving very fast, so maybe this edge here, but it's kind of a curve. Do I want to do it now? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that should be good. So our new crop totals look like this. Wheat is sitting at 745, let's call it 1,000 liters. Oats just shy of 595,000 liters. Sunflowers 745 as well, similar to the wheat. Corn is now at 615,000, and then once again potatoes and sugarcane are full. Let's do this loop here. There's a little area that I can take advantage of. So that is how our new crop totals are looking. Now, once we get these trees planted, I do plan on putting down the remaining 16 beehives. That would make both of our non-crop totals complete, and our 4 animals are not done, but they're pretty much on their way to being done. We have 3 of the 4 animals, chickens, cows, and sheep, already complete, and then I'm very confident that the pigs will be able to reproduce and spawn the amount of pigs that we need by time year 10 comes around, maybe even before that. So we are looking good in terms of where we are sitting for completing this challenge. The last thing we need to get done is going to be crops, and that's going to happen very soon. Okay, so this is a pretty slow process, but we are almost done planting 1,000, sorry, not 1,000. We are almost done planting 120 trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the rest of this done. I don't know if I'll throw it into a montage. There's not really much to see here, but you never know what a montage might be able to do. I'll be right back. Okay, and we are almost done. Almost done planting all 1,080 of our trees. I can definitely say that the forested area that we created just now is definitely more dense than the one that was originally here. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems for whatever purpose they need them for here on the colony, but we got it done. So I'm just putting down roughly the next 70 of our last tree saplings. And yeah, then we'll be done. It's been a pretty good month, as always. We have one more of our many challenge items complete. The only other thing I'll do this episode, or this month off camera, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install the remaining 16 of our beehives. Let's find a good spot to continue. Yeah, this is good. But yeah, it's been good. Next episode will most likely be all the way in March. I'll take care of keeping up with our animal pens off camera. It's been plenty of seeing that so far this challenge. And yeah, that is it. As always, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for watching. If you are enjoying it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Farmer Big Z, and I'll see you guys next episode.